Hello everyone and welcome back to Irish Warrior. After a bit of a hiatus, we are here for Tournament 29, filmed in the middle of 2024. Last time was very interesting. We saw 14 Stage 1 clears, 6 Stage 2 clears. It was a bit of a tough one. And then Free MMO Direct became the only competitor to beat the cliffhanger in the past 2 tournaments. Can somebody figure out the third stage and make the final today? We're about to find out. First stage is seeing quite a few changes, really in the middle of stage 1. It all begins the same as it did last time, though, with the momentum rings. This obstacle debuted in the last tournament. Make your way across those 6 rings that get narrower as you go. And then the traffic cones in its usual position for this era, 1.2. Keep your speed in control. And then you're on to the magic wands. Make your way across those 6 wands that increase in angle. And then you're on to the Rail Canyon. This was the 6th obstacle, but it's moved to obstacle 4. But the pole jump into it, that has been very difficult, has been taken out. So it's just classic Rail Canyon at obstacle 4. And then here we have the triple hurdle. We haven't seen it since tournament 25. This obstacle did so much damage from tournaments 22 to 25. The only change is instead of jumping to the cargo climb, you now jump to the platform. And then the block party, which was the 4th obstacle, has been moved to the 6th obstacle. Functions the same as it did last time, but those even numbered ones, 2, 4, and 6, are tilted at an angle. So it's actually more paramount that you land the middle of those blocks to get the maximum height off. The double escape wall at the end, and if you hit the buzzer within 92 seconds, you are on to the second stage. First time we've ever had a time limit that doesn't end in a 0 or a 5. That's a fun fact. As we're on to Ecoline, the first competitor, and he is undone immediately on those momentum rings. Missed the jump to the 3rd, and that is a tough break. As we now have the power, 2165. I don't know if 2165 is the power level. Oh boy. I was going to say, I don't know if 2165 is an appropriate power level to clear this stage. Most people shoot for the 9,000 level or something like that. As we're on, Magic Serial 9716. Maybe he has enough as he's going through pretty good. Oh, but he misses the jump to the 6th. Kind of hit that support pole there, which if you do land on that, it is a DQ. So don't hit the support pole. As we're on to Zara Suas 2013. This would be quite a young man. That would be an 11-year-old, although there's probably people about that age in the community anymore. Oh, no. Oh, he's trying to dolphin hop, avoid the death barrier, and he's made it around. It's very much a DQ, but he's made it to the platform at least, so he's not going to die. As we're on to T-Rex Bear 1. Interesting choice of animals, and not great jumping either. All right, we now have, at number 6, Elite with a 3, Exfo Shizzle, I guess. Okay, interesting gamer tag. We saw Elite MKB clear stage 1 last tournament. That was fun. Oh, that wasn't as fun. He's failed the first obstacle. Elite did fail the first obstacle's first 2 appearances here, so maybe it's a sign of things to come if he comes back. As we're now on to MN197, probably the pride of Minnesota. That is the state abbreviation, of course. And, so far he's done his state proud. I don't know if it's the state, but he's the first person to beat the momentum rings. Oh, he got caught on the first traffic cone, though. And MN down on the 2nd obstacle. And then following him, we had Jamie, who became the 2nd person to beat the momentum rings today. But then he spent a solid 45 seconds trying to get back up to the platform. I guess get a maximum run up. And I guess he might have needed it because then he failed the first jump on the traffic cones. And then we had Protogen Spy, who jumped way too early off that first ring. Cozy Plot 6-1. Oh, I screwed up the numbers. But yeah, he just tried to run up the ring. And he screwed up there as well. And then we had Dead Man. The Undertaker? Question mark? He failed to jump to the 2nd one. And then S-Dim 1998. Hey, that's when I was born, fun fact. But he missed the jump there to the 3rd ring. And then Loba Assassinate 939 missed the jump to the 2nd ring. Neighbor Tim, that's the British spelling of neighbor, so he's probably trying to make all the Brits proud, but if he's in the fast forward, he probably didn't do great and failed to jump to the 4th ring. And then Mouse's 117, that's one of Rog's favorite numbers, but he missed the jump to the 2nd one. All right, Mr. Lampot trying to break this momentum rings curse. The momentum rings only had 11 fails last tournament. We've already seen, that was close. Oh no, he misses the dismount, a bit of lag there. Momentum rings only had 11 fails last tournament. And now we're 16 competitors in, and 14 of them have failed at the hands of that obstacle. But now we have Vitamin, a newcomer here, excited to run the course here for his first time. Bit of a fan of the show as he goes for the end, and he gets it. All right. Vitamin now onto the traffic cones. So far, nobody's beaten it, and he will join that list. Traffic cones now 0 for 3 to start the tournament. All right, now we have CTR, Salad Muncher. Okay, going through some rings here. Might be closer to onion rings than a salad, and he's missed the jump to the 4th ring. And now we have Common Denom 6695. I don't know if Denom is... it's probably denominator. Okay, yeah, interesting. Love numerators and denominators and fractions and all that stuff. Oh boy, he tried to run up the ring. That's a recipe for disaster. And this first obstacle proving to be much more difficult than it was last time, even though it's exactly the same. And now we're on to Lewis Cow Dark. Oh, a bit of an early jump, and a very early jump there. That's no chance there to get from 3 to 4, I believe. And now we're on to Fluffy B. He has been anxious to run this course for a long time. Really, since like mid Halo 5, he's been trying to run the course, but he didn't have an Xbox, and now he's finally got his PC situation figured out, and he's running his first tournament here of Irish Warrior. And he's the first competitor through the traffic cones today, and he is on to the Magic Wands. So far, so good, keeping his speed under control, made all those jumps nicely, and he is the first competitor to try the standard Rail Canyon since Tournament 10. Tournament 11 was when the trampoline was put in, and then came back in Tournament 26 with the pole jump into it, but he's made that, and now he's on to the triple hurdle, first competitor to try this since Tournament 25. He's made the first one. Now going for the second, he crouched on that pole a little bit, and it cut his speed just enough to come up short. And Fluffy B, an impressive debut performance, but it's not enough to get through really one of the hardest obstacles we've ever seen. Caesar 18695 follows that with just a complete right turn off the starting platform. Didn't even jump. That was just atrocious. Oh my goodness. He was our last newcomer, though. We're now on to Johnny Boy Wins. We saw him in Tournament 25 do pretty well as he's going across those momentum rings and across. Now he will take on the traffic cones for the first time. The traffic cones were obstacle 4 in that tournament. Oh, yes, and he, I was going to say, he filled the booby trap one obstacle short of that. He's now into the new third obstacle, and he has missed the mount onto it. Johnny Boy, unfortunate. But now, we got a couple of mannequins there on the rings. Oh, a big punch there from Fireball to get everybody hyped up for Snoz. 24th appearance, number 24. That was just purely coincidental. Snoz has put in so much practice into this course. He's expressed how much he wants to clear stage 1, but last tournament, really unfortunate. Had too much send on those traffic cones and was early exit for Snoz for his standards of trying to beat this stage. Through the momentum rings, now it's the rematch here. He's beaten it in tournaments 26 and 27. Snoz will not fail it in consecutive tournaments. He's now on to the Magic Wands, which he failed in the lone Halo 5 appearance in Tournament 13 of this obstacle. Gets a save jump on that third one. That's the technique that him and Ump Double Lump worked on. A few tournaments ago, they might have came up with that in Tournament 27 or 28, I forget. But he's through that. Now onto the Rail Canyon. He loves saying angles as he does this, as he goes side to side, trying to get maximum area to land on each railing, and he is across. And now onto the triple hurdle. First time attempting this. Going for the first one nicely there. Now the second one. Oh no, he flies straight over the pole. And Snoz out on the triple hurdle. Tough break there. Now, though, we have at number 25, TX Drew TV, only making his second appearance here on Halo Infinite. He was a staple of failing, about halfway through stage 1 in Halo 5. Came back in Tournament 24 and failed the booby trap, and then has missed the last 4 tournaments here, though, for Tournament 29, as he's on to the traffic cones, going for the third and across. Drew now facing the Magic Wands. He actually ran off the platform before the Magic Wands in Tournament 13, and he's failed it again. Drew TV fails the Magic Wands. He's now 0 for 2 on that obstacle. I'm sure he's not a fan of that. But now we're over halfway through already, and we're on to number 26. It is Foamy Boy, hoping to find a way to somehow clear stage 1, although his personal best is the 5th obstacle from Tournament 21. Foamy, ran up that last ring. That could have been a little bad, but he is across, and now going for the traffic cones. Bad jump off that second one, but he's okay. He failed that in Tournament 27, but he's across. Now into the Magic Wands. This took him out last time. And So far, looking pretty good. He's to the 4th. The 5th! Oh no, he just didn't get enough speed. It looked like he might have cut his sprint out just a little bit trying to land that. And Foamy Boy, 2 tournaments in a row down on the Magic Wands. As we're now on to K-Fly. He had a very solid run in Tournament 27 going down at the pipe vault, but took a step backward and failed the Magic Wands last time, just like he did in Tournament 26. So, first things first, you really just got to take it one obstacle at a time, but he'd love to get by those Magic Wands and make a push for getting to the end of the stage from there. No more pipe vault, at least for now, so K-Fly's got to, I guess, well, I don't know if he's happy about that or not, but either way, this is the obstacle. He'd love to get it. The 5th, the 6th, he's through the Magic Wands. At a good pace, too. 60 seconds left as he's going into the rails. The 4th, the 5th. Taking his time a little bit here on this obstacle, just making sure he makes each jump. Oh, almost came up short on that dismount. That could have been bad, but he is now on to the triple hurdle. K-Fly lands the first one. Now, going to go for the second pole. He's always going to save, jump it, stick it, go for a big jump off. He gets it. 35 seconds left, going for the 3rd pole. The 3rd log, he gets it, and he is now onto the block party. First attempt at today, 27 seconds. He's letting that first one go back and forth. It's a lot tougher to make those moving ones, the even-numbered ones. You got to time it just right. He lands that 4th over to the 5th, and now one more to go. Land it right in the middle. He was a little bit off to the left, and he gets it somehow, some way. But he's got to get a pretty good double escape ball here. Probably got to be perfect. He gets up the first one. 7 seconds left for K-Fly. Going for the second one. He is up. K-Fly running to the buzzer. He has gotten it. 1.95 seconds left. He moved pretty fast with his first 3 obstacles, kind of slowed down a little bit, obstacles 4 through 6, and was just enough to have a perfect double escape wall. And K-Fly, for his first time, will be moving on to stage 2. Well done to him. And now at number 28, making his landmark 10th appearance, Ump Double Ump. He unfortunately went down on the Magic Wands, despite, like I said, showing Snoz his technique a few tournaments back. But either way, Ump has been pretty good as a whole on this game, but this era has not treated him well 0 for 2 in the 2 times he's been here. First things first, got to get through these traffic cones, through that, and now back to the obstacle that took him out last time. So far, so good for Ump, keeping it under control. And he's across. Now going for the Rail Canyon. Took him out in Tournament 26, although I do believe he failed the pole jump into it. That's where most of the people have failed so far in this era. And now that's gone. But now the pole jumps are basically in the triple hurdle now. So he's made the first one. Now going for the second. He's gotten that. He's never failed this obstacle. And going forward the 3rd, and the log was a little scary, but he gets it. He didn't do a commentator's curse. That could have, that would have been really bad. But Ump now onto the 3rd block of the block party. Going for the 4th, the 5th, and now going for the 6th. Oh, he landed it, got shoved to the side, but he still gets the dismount. And now Ump with a little bit more time than K-Fly, going for the double escape wall. Up the first one. Now got to make that left turn, go for the second one. Ump is up. And Ump Double Ump will get his 6th stage 1 clear today. 7.76 on the clock. A very smooth run. Had a couple moments of panic, but he was able to overcome those and get to the buzzer, and that is all that matters. And well done to him. As we're now on to number 29, it is El Booker Taco. 25th appearance for Booker. I believe this is 25 in a row. He debuted in Tournament 5 like Ump Double Ump, and he has not missed a tournament. And now Booker on to the traffic cones. So far, so good, and through. Magic Wands. Trying to keep in a good rhythm here. And through that. Rail Canyon now. Again, that mount into it is the same. It's got a little bit of a thicker ledge to land on because it was meant for you to land on it with a pole jump into it, and I just didn't bother changing it, I guess. But he's now onto the triple hurdle. First time attempting this obstacle for Booker. Going for the first log. He stopped on that first pole, but he is there. 40 seconds as he goes for the second pole. He is there. Going for the second log. He's got it. Time's starting to tick down a little bit, though. Got to keep it moving. Going for the third pole, going quickly for the third log, and he comes off. Oh, man, he had the technique in place on the first two, and I think he kind of felt the time ticking down. He was just taking forever on that, and that is a tough break for Booker Taco as we have the first member of the Perfect Attendance Club. It is Bubba Ace. That one next to the 28 is still one of my favorite runs of all time on this course. Bubba Ace is, I believe, is still his only clear on a Halo jumping course back in Tournament 3. It was super fun to watch, but since then he has failed Stage 1 every time. Although it's been a wide array of results. He's had some good and some not as good, but we'd still love to see him. He's through the first obstacle today. He couldn't do that 2 tournaments ago. And he's through the second obstacle as well, the traffic cones, as he's on to the magic wands. Bubba. A little scary there on that 3rd to 4th, but he's across that. And now Rail Canyon. Going right down the middle, it looks like. A bit of an awkward jump there off that 5th one, but he is through that, no problem. And now it's his first time to take on the triple hurdle. A bit of a strange jump off that first pole. Bubba Ace, unfortunately, out there on the triple hurdle. And it's going to be something where it is interesting to see contrast. There are a lot of people here that have never attempted the triple hurdle, and now it's a little bit earlier in the stage. We'll be curious to see going forward just how many people struggle with it. Or, it's also been gone for 3 tournaments for it to come back. As we're now on to Halo Fan by the time I've talked about my triple hurdle speech. So Halo Fan has not cleared Stage 1 since Tournament 21, the first Halo Infinite tournament. He is on a streak of 7 consecutive Stage 1 fails. So far, moving nicely. And, oh, my goodness! Oh, wow, I thought he was off there on that last magic wand. I thought he flew over it, and he got a very low late jump to get through that and through the Rail Canyon. Now, where the pipe vault was, he's failed the pipe vault twice, and now he's probably a happy guy that is gone, but he's got this triple hurdle that he is 0 for 1 on in his career to attempt. But so far, he's looking good, going for the 3rd, and gets that. Halo Fan with 34 seconds should be enough time. That's the thing with this obstacle this late in the stage. It's still tough, and you got to keep it moving. You may have to take chances if the time is ticking down. But so far, he's keeping in control, just waiting for the block to land in the center on those even ones. Oh, man, missed a jump up, but he is fine. 15 seconds now for Halo Fan. Gets up the first wall. Now, got to get up the second wall. He's lining it up a little bit. Halo Fan gets up. Got to run to the buzzer, and he will do it. And Halo Fan, his second trip to Stage 2, and well done to him. 4.52 seconds left. He really went pretty fast there through those first 5 obstacles, took his time to get through the block party, and then got up those walls and won. That's a recipe for a Stage 1 success, and well done to him. As we're now on to Sane the Legend, another competitor that hasn't cleared since Tournament 21, although he ran Tournament 22, missed quite a few tournaments, came back in the last tournament, failed the pipe vault. Another competitor, got to be happy that that's gone. Although, actually, the replacement is the obstacle he failed in Tournament 22. What am I saying? Sane can't win. That's unfortunate. Either way, Sane, through the first 2 obstacles, no problems there. And now it's the magic wands. Almost flew over that 4th one. And across. Rail Canyon. A quick jump into it. He is moving fast. So far, looking pretty good. And across. Now the triple hurdle. Took him out in Tournament 22. He gets the first one. Lining it up. Going for the second one. Got it. Now got to run down and do the 3rd. Got it. Good save jump there, and he's across. 32 seconds left as he's on to the block party. Sane goes for the second, a bit of a low jump off it, but he's good. Going right for the 4th. I thought he lagged there, but he just, didn't get a good jump off of that. Maybe fell a little bit too low. That is a tough break for Sane the Legend. We're going to take a look at this again here because we had some lag, and you can see the block is right of the center line. And he just landed really low on it. If it's off the center, it makes that jump it just makes it more difficult because it makes the jump further. And if you're also too low on it, you got to jump really high. So he really needed just a perfect jump to make that, and unfortunately he couldn't pull it off. As we're now on to Atlantic Champ. I need to do better about that. But he has been pretty good so far in Halo Infinite, although last time he went down on the Rail Canyon. And that's coming off of a really good run from Tournament 25 and 26 back-to-back stage 3s. Whoa, a slide on the third cone, but he is across. Atlantic now on the Magic Wands. So far, looking good there. Much better than the traffic cones were. That slide was a little sketchy, but now it's the obstacle that took him out last time. Pole jump into it. You don't have to do that anymore. And Atlantic is across. I know I've mentioned that about 6 times. I'll try to not mention that anymore. Either way, oh, another slide. Wow, Atlantic is making this dangerous. He's doing kind of the free MO technique where, he did this himself as well. Just the run and gun, go fast on an approach, and he's across, and he's got plenty of time in hand. 35 seconds for the block party. He gets the third, going right for the fourth, just like Sane. Oh, and he missed the block. Oh, no, Chumpy out on consecutive stage 1s. It looks like he just, I don't know, misaimed. He tried to get a quick jump off of that 4th one, and he couldn't do it, and he's out yet again on stage 1. And now, at number 34, it is Flamosaurus. Maybe my favorite intro, just one singular shot to get everybody excited. He's got that epic theme song. Flame also went down on the Rail Canyon last time, but you will see if he can overcome the much easier Rail Canyon. First obstacle, no problem, though. Flame going for the cones and through that. Of course, if you haven't checked it out, Spartan Ninja Warrior is a great other Halo Ninja Warrior show to check out. Flame's got some epic commentary, probably self-described. Through the Magic Wands, no problems there. Now it's the obstacle that got him last time. So far, looking good and across. Triple hurdle for Flamosaurus. He failed it twice when it was in from 22 to 25. So he's 50-50 on it. What side of the coin will he end up on? He gets the second one. And now going for the third. Yes, that was the jump that gave him problems in the past. And he's now onto the block party. Going for the second, onto the third, going quickly for the fourth. It's, oh no, 3 competitors in a row. Quick jump to that 4th one, and they've all come off in their own different ways. He actually landed the 4th and just ran off, couldn't get a jump. Wow, that is amazing. They all failed the same exact jump, 3 competitors in a row, and we're on to Disappoint now. He has really made his impact on Halo Infinite, been very consistent, but unfortunately he has a lot of consistent end of stage 1 fails. Although he did clear stage 1 in the last tournament, was one of the 14 to do so, went down on the returning salmon ladder, which was a personal best because he failed the beam flipper twice in his other 2 stage 1 showings. Stage 2 showings, stage 1 clears, they're the same thing. Yeah, and he's now on to the Rail Canyon. So far, looking pretty smooth on that. Bit of a sloppy jump off that last one, but he's okay. He's got 50 seconds now for the triple hurdle. Gets that first one, running on down. Going for the second one. Got that one too. Third one. Got it. Nicely done. 34 seconds. All right, we've seen 3 competitors in a row go down here. Disappoint. Oh, he's going to go quick as well. He landed so far left on that 4th one, but he gets the 5th. Going for the 6th, he landed left as well. He kind of mistimed both of those last 2 side-to-side ones, but he is okay. Up into the first mongoose of the double escape wall. Now going for the second one quickly. Oh, no, he doesn't get it. Going for a quick run-up, and he gets up on the second attempt. Disappoint with a very good run. 8.46 seconds left, and that's coming off of him barely beating stage 1 in the last tournament. I believe he only had like half a second left last time, but Disappoint really picked up the pace there in a very solid run. He is back to stage 2. That's, I believe, his first time clearing in consecutive tournaments, so well done to him as we're on to Jun Sato Cyan. Another clear from the last tournament, and he showed signs in tournament 27, but it was a big surprise for sure to see him get to stage 2. I believe his first ever stage 2 on any course. Cyan, a little sloppy there on that last cone, but he is on to the Magic Wands. So far, looking pretty good and across. Cyan now on to the rails. Gonna get this behind shot of him. and through that. All right, 51 seconds going for the triple hurdle. First time attempting this, like I said. Oh, he stops in that first pole and goes for the first log. All right, Cyan. Oh, gonna go quick now for the second one, and it comes up short. Cyan will not make it consecutive trips to stage 2. Looks like he just didn't get a clean jump off that pole. You kind of want to try to get a late jump, and he jumped seemingly pretty fast off it, just trying to get off of it. Strange for him to change his technique after the first one worked, but it is what it is. That obstacle can be daunting. As we're now on to Hunter Unit 751. Number 37 is a little earlier than we're usually used to seeing him. But, Hunter unfortunately went down on that first obstacle, stage 2, in the last tournament. But Hunter is the first of our competitors today going for 20 stage 1 clears. It would be a big milestone. Smokey kind of opened the door for this last tournament. He could have been the second. Whoa, Hunter stops on that third cone. Smokey failed stage 1 last tournament when he could have been the second to 20. And so now we have 4 different competitors that could record their 20th stage 1 clear here today. Hunter the first to go. And it'd be awesome to see as he's through the first 3 obstacles. Other than that, traffic cones shenanigans, nothing too bad so far. And through the Rail Canyon as well. 49 seconds left. Hunter not going at the fastest pace, but that's the usual Hunter way of doing things as he's through the first one. Now going quickly for the second one. Got that. Hunter must have heard me and started taking initiative. Oh, bit of a sloppy landing on that third one, but he got a late jump and got through that. 32 now going for the block party. Trying to time it up. Going quickly for the 4th. People keep doing that, but he gets to the 5th and now going for the 6th. Much better timing. He gets a clean jump off, and now he is onto the double escape wall. 16 seconds left. Oh, that was borderline landing on top. That would have been an unfortunate illegal. He would have had to go back down. Oh, he misses his first attempt at the second wall. Got to get up at here. Hunter gets up on the second attempt into the passenger seat. That was interesting. But Hunter Unit is through, and man, is that not a Hunter Unit time if I've ever seen it, to celebrate his 20th ever stage 1 clear on this course. Well done to Hunter Unit 751. And we will see him yet again on stage 2. He will hope to get his first stage 3 appearance here on Halo Infinite. As we now have his fellow Brit, his fellow pal, Elite MKB. He kind of celebrated. He made fun of Hunter last tournament because he beat him. He got to stage 2 for his first time and failed the hammer drop, put on a very impressive run. Considering he hadn't beaten the 4th obstacle before the last tournament, it was very solid. And he's beaten the first obstacle for his 3rd time now, so he now has a positive record on the first obstacle, which is awesome to see after he failed it in 25 and 26. But now Elite looking good here on the wands and through that. And now Rail Canyon. Moving quickly here down the middle. Oh no, Elite flies over the 4th one. Those upward ones, the jump from 3 to 4 is where it's the flat one. He just misjudged his distance, it looked like. Elite landed that 3rd one. And you can see his speed was just a little bit out of control, just trying to push the pace, make sure you have enough time for those later obstacles. And unfortunately, Elite just misjudged it a little bit. Too much sand, and he is out there. But now we have at number 39, Petrillo Fam 4. Petrillo really in the middle of Era 3. Obviously, he made the final stage in the last tournament of Era 2, but the start of Era 3, it looked like Petrillo was going to be the guy to maybe get to the final and achieve total victory. And since then, since Tournament 16, he's dropped off a little bit, but he still had impressive runs in there. Most notably, Tournament 26, where he had a shocking stage 3, and he beat the cliffhanger. And so Petrillo has shown he still has it in him. He's just got to, find a way to piece it all together. But this is looking really kind of wacky so far. Those magic wands were kind of like 2 frames a second. And now the Rail Canyon's kind of looking that way. But so far, he's moving good. It looks like it's not affecting him, which is nice. But now it's the triple hurdle. I'm sure he's not happy to see this back. He's 1 of 4 on this obstacle in his career. So he's got to find a way through it. Going for the second one. This is the one he's struggled with. Petrillo gets it, though. And now the 3rd one. Petrillo gets the 3rd log and gets off. 32 seconds left for the blocks. The 2nd, the 3rd. He's going to stop. Play it safe. Thank goodness after some of the difficulties we've seen there. And now going forward, the last one, the dismount onto the pole, and he gets it. And now onto the double escape wall. The first one is good. And now the left-hand turn for the second wall. Pedro is up. And he will clear stage 1 again. 7.57 seconds left. And he will have a chance now. He couldn't get the 20 stage 1 clear milestone that Hunter got, but he has a chance now on stage 2 to get to 10 stage 3s. That'll be exciting to watch. But now we have a competitor we have not seen in a very long time. It is Swantron97. Notably, the first competitor to ever beat stage 1 on this course. Most people remember that with Rog's course, I feel like. But the Swan was the first ever clear back in the day. And, he is back here. He hasn't cleared stage 1 since all the way back in Tournament 5. But Swan would love to make his first showing on Halo Infinite a good one. As he's now off on these momentum rings. And through that, it's always nice to see Swan. He definitely doesn't compete as regularly as he used to, really on every course. But it's great to see him. He still hangs around. He's got a busy life, and good to see him here on the course as he takes on the Magic Wands here for the first time. So far, he's looking pretty good, and he is across. And now onto the Rail Canyon. Oh, he's going to save jump here on that second one. Going for the third, the fourth, fifth, sixth. Dismount. He's across. So far looking good. He now takes on the triple hurdle for his first time. Gets the jump to the first log. Second pole, second log. So far looking pretty good on this. Oh, whoa! Oh, I thought he was out. I thought he just took a right-hand turn and just didn't want to do the third one. But thankfully that was just lag as he's across. But time's down, 26 seconds. Swan's got to go a little bit, but so far he's doing this good. Full sends to the fourth one. To the fifth, he stops there. Oh, he almost went there, but he's got to re-time it up, and the time is ticking. Swan going for the sixth. He runs off. Oh, no. Swantron97. Such a good run after his absence. The time would have been close. It would have been a nail-biter there on that double escape wall, but unfortunately, Swan down at the end of the block party. But we do have 6 clears through the first 40 runs. 10 runners left to go. And the first of them is Gaming Brando to run here on the night map. Brando failed the triple hurdle in his debut in Tournament 23. Since then, he has 5 consecutive stage 1 clears to show for himself. Brando off for his 92 seconds of fun. First obstacle, the momentum rings. It caused a lot of problems early, but since then all of our regular returning competitors have breezed through it, and now it's the traffic cones. Good through that as well. Magic Wands for Gaming Brando. The fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and through that. And now the Rail Canyon. Looking pretty good. He's kind of looking to the side. He's looking maybe diagonal, kind of doing a little bit of facing diagonal, just trying to get maximum surface area to land on each of those rails. And now it's the triple hurdle, the only obstacle he's ever failed here on stage 1 of Irish Warrior. Going for that second jump. And now the third one. Brando looking good. And now it is the block party with 32 seconds left. Going quickly for the third. Stopped on that one a little bit, going for the fourth. He timed it well. Now going to wait for that fifth one to go a little bit. Might have went a little early, but it doesn't affect him. 20 seconds left as Brando's now onto the double escape wall. By the way, that black block, oh no, misses that first one. Okay, he's up to the second one, but he keeps doing this. He keeps getting out the wrong side of the goose. Why? He's putting himself in danger. He does it again. Why, Brando? Holy cow. All right, Brando. I was trying to talk about how the black block there at the end of the block party is to keep you from jumping onto the escape wall. You got to go under and limbo and stuff. And then he keeps jumping out the wrong side of the mongoose. That was full of excitement at the end. But Brando's through stage 1 for the 6th time in a row. And well done to him. As we're now on to Smoky Massacre. He is the second of our competitors eyeing 20 stage 1 clears. And unfortunately, he let that opportunity to be the second competitor to 20 after Weapon Matt slip in the last tournament when he went down on the Rail Canyon. Smokey now onto these traffic cones. And through that, Magic Wands took him out all the way back when in Tournament 13. He failed the same jump as Snaz. that was a fun little side-by-side. I had both those runs back up, one on one side, the other one on the other side. And yeah, they were the exact same run, except for they have different armors and they're different people. I digress. He's through the Rail Canyon. I should have maybe put more focus on that, as that was the obstacle he failed in the last tournament. And now it is the triple hurdle. He's never really struggled with this. Smokey now going for the third. He is across. 37 seconds left. Smokey, so far so good. Going for that problematic one. He's to the fifth, and now the sixth. Times it well. A little bit of shove to the side, but he's okay. He's got 20 seconds for the double escape wall. Up the first one with no issues. Smokey with really a smooth run to this point. Up the second one. He's going to be the first competitor to beat the Klaxon today. 11.16 seconds left. And there is Smokey Masker's 20th Stage 1 clear. And just like Petrillo Fam, he's got a chance to get his 10th Stage 2 clear as well. That'll be exciting to watch on the second stage here in a little bit. But now we have the breakout star of the last tournament. It is Shadowrun 132. He went from completely unexpected, not really on the radar, to not only a Stage 1 clear to a Stage 2 clear in the last tournament. It was very impressive. He wore number 19 in the run order. Gives you some context as to really one of the more unexpected Stage 3s we've ever had. He's through the traffic cones that he failed 2 tournaments ago. That's got to be a relief to get through that again. And now it's the magic wands. And through that. Rail Canyon took him out in tournament 26, but he's doing this side to side. Snoz would call it angles, but he's doing it so far so good. Moved pretty smoothly through that as well. And now it is the triple hurdle. Going for that second one. Got that. And now the third. Made it. 35 seconds left. It's the block party now. Shadow goes for the second, onto the third. He's going to let that one go to the middle. I like that because he's got time in hand. Going for that last one, and he's got it. 19 seconds for the double escape wall. First one is good. Shadowrun going for the second, lining it up. Oh, he misses it. Going quickly again for the second one, and he is gotten it. 5 seconds even on the clock. Shadowrun, that was a weird first attempt. He somehow didn't get the goose, but he also almost got himself, having to go back, which I think happened to him last tournament as well. Either way, he is through Stage 1, and we're on to number 44, Spartan Walnut 71. He has never cleared Stage 1. He's failed Pipe Vault in each of the last 2 tournaments, so another competitor probably happy to see that gone. But yeah, Spartan Walnut is actually here taking the place of Eternal Flame, who unfortunately missed this tournament. So Walnut hoping to deliver in a big way through the second obstacle, the traffic cones, and now it is the magic wands. Walnut looking good through this and across. Now the Rail Canyon. Walnut to the second, the third, across to the fourth, down to the fifth, down to the sixth, and through that. Walnut will now get his first chance at the triple hurdle. He failed the escape wall back in tournament 23. A big save jump there. His effect there with the slide's kind of interesting. But yeah, he failed the escape wall in tournament 23, so he didn't get to attempt it then. And now it is the third jump here. Walnut gets a save jump there on that last log and gets across. 31 seconds, not the most time, but he has enough to get through this. He can take his time a little bit, but not too much, but he's going full speed ahead, going from the fourth to the fifth. Oh, he got a jump off, but he was a little bit off to the side, wasn't at the top of it, and couldn't keep his momentum up to make it. But this takes us on to number 45. Wow, look at this cast of characters. They're on top of the rings. That'll hopefully inspire this man, Fireball ZXZ, to greatness. He had a streak of 9 consecutive Stage 3s come to an end last tournament on Stage 2's Hammer Drop. But first things first here today at Stage 1 is he's got this crowd all on top of the rings. This is hilarious. Fireball always keeps it interesting. But yeah, Fireball, our third competitor today, going for 20 Stage 1 clears. and he's through the first 2 obstacles with no real issues. Fireball going across the wands. Ooh, almost got caught there a little bit on that 5th one. Almost came up short, but he's okay. And now onto the Rail Canyon. Oh, he's going to use some snoz angles. I feel like that's going to be like a patented term now that I have to like pay him royalties or something like that. But snoz has inspired Fireball to beat the Rail Canyon again onto the triple hurdle. He's never failed this obstacle. Fireball gets the second, the third jump now, and he's across. All right, I didn't jinx another competitor. Thank goodness. All right. Oh my goodness, super low on that second block of the block party. That was so reckless, so dangerous. Going quickly for the 6th as well. Wow, Fireball went full send across that. Probably not the best technique with that obstacle being made harder, but he gets through it. Oh, not up the second wall. He's going to shoot at it, go for it a second time, and he is up. Fireball could add a blazing fast time. It's still a very good time. That's 13.09 seconds left with a wall fail, which, you know, doesn't cost you too much, especially when you go for a quick second attempt just like that. But Fireball ZXZ, the 3rd competitor today to record their 20th Stage 1 clear. Well done to him. And now it is Tricky Cyrus here at number 46. The last 2 tournaments have been very impressive, especially for a competitor that I'd always said he's been very good on other courses and had struggled on this one, but 2 consecutive stage 3s, 2 cliffhanger fails, unfortunately, but he's really hoping to build on this solid resume that he's suddenly built. Again, the fact that he started his career 2 of 21 on stage 1, and he now has consecutive stage 1 clears, now eyeing his 3rd in a row. It's very impressive to see him finally come to life. Now he's doing these magic wands. So far, so good and across. 62 seconds left going into the Rail Canyon. Cyrus using a bit of angles and across. 51 before the triple hurdle. He failed this back in tournament 23. Cyrus gets the 2nd jump. Now going for the 3rd, the pole. The log, he sticks it and gets across. 33 seconds left, moving at a pretty good pace. Not the fastest, but he's moving smoothly as he gets to the 3rd block. Setting up here for the 4th to the 5th, and he's there. 1 more to go, the hardest of the bunch. Cyrus does well there. 17 seconds left for the double escape wall. Up the first one, and now gonna turn, line himself up, go for that 2nd one. Cyrus is up. Well done. 5.52 seconds left on the clock. Nothing really, that was just how you got to beat stage 1. Nothing was super flashy, but he just executed all the obstacles very well done. And he will once again return to the 2nd stage. 3 tournaments in a row. And now at number 47, we zoom in there on the 5 and the 11. Those are there for Weapon Matt's 2 total victories on this course. Weapon Matt was actually a late entrant into this tournament. I didn't think he was going to compete, but unfortunately, Worker Meme missed this tournament, so Weapon Matt filled his shoes. And so this is actually interesting. Weapon Matt now has co-ownership of the Stage 1 number of clears record with Fireball, with Smokey, and with Hunter, now that they've all recorded their 20th clear today. Matt has not cleared since tournament 25, and this is only his 2nd appearance in this era. So Matt hoping to be the first competitor to 21 and reset the most clears all-time record. He did a shot there at the end of the Magic Wands by the time I've gotten all that out. Bit interesting, but yeah, he's Matt, known ever since the start to do the spins and just other shenanigans, just, I don't know, keep himself entertained as he's going now for the triple hurdle. He failed this obstacle twice. He's 50-50 on it. He then beat it in 24 and 25 en route to stage 3. So he'd love to get through it again today. Right side of the coin. Oh, a save jump there on that 3rd log, but he's across. 34 seconds left. Matt's got to get through this block party, and then he'll have a rematch with the double escape wall that shockingly made him fail back in tournament 27. Matt going for that last block onto the pole, and he's got 20 seconds for the double escape wall. Should be enough time. Just got to execute. First one, good. Now gonna turn, go for the 2nd one up beautifully. Weapon Matt. He is the first to 21 For a while, it seemed like his lead in stage 1 clears was like pretty much insurmountable. Then he missed a couple tournaments, and then he had a couple stage 1 fails, and people caught up a little bit. But either way, Weapon Matt, well done to him. He will be moving on yet again. And now at number 48, we have RPG 445. If there's ever a competitor that's happy that we're on Halo Infinite, Smokey's probably the other one, but this guy, I mean, he had never reached stage 3 on Halo 5. Whoa, that was lag, thankfully. I thought he almost screwed up the momentum rings, but he now has 5 stage 3s in the last 8 tournaments. Very impressive, and that's including 4 in a row. Rog hoping to keep this hot streak rolling. But first things first here, it's his first stage. So far, looking pretty good. Oh, a bit of an awkward jump there on that 4th one. He kind of stood up, didn't get a full sprint maybe, but he still covered the distance necessary as he's on to the Rail Canyon. Rog looking good and across. He's now on to the triple hurdle. The only obstacle on this game that he has failed on stage 1. But he has made the first one. Lining up in the middle there, going for that second one. Interesting technique, but he's got that now. Lining up in the middle. He runs off! Oh, no! Rog is out on the triple hurdle. His second time failing it. His first time not moving on to stage 2 since, tournament 23 it got him, and now it's gotten him here in tournament 29. Tough break there, and his stage 3 streak is over. And now we have Free and Mode Directed, number 49, and he's just been on fire. First place in the last tournament. Would love to find his way past the cliffhanger again. Would love to beat the spike wheels and maybe have a second attempt at that final stage. He's just been so dominant basically across every course. Not only beating obstacles, but just showing so much speed and just flying through these first 3 obstacles so far. And he is on to the Rail Canyon, and he's on to the 2nd, the 3rd, across the 4th. Looking good doing these frog jumps. And Free now onto this obstacle he made really famous in tournament 24 when he failed it twice, and he just went full steam ahead. He's doing it again. Oh, he's actually going to stop on that second one, but then kind of go for a chumpy whip and through that. All right, 39 seconds. Look at the time for Free and Mode Direct. He is flying through this. But this is a dangerous obstacle to full send, and he's going to wait on that 6th cube. That is very veteran. Very good job. Just to make sure you clear the stage is the number 1 importance. But he's up the first wall, no problem. Free going for the second one. He misses it. Going quickly up again, and he's up on the second attempt. And Free and Mode Direct. Oh, just missed 15 seconds. He would have probably cleared with about 17 or 18, which is pretty just dumb, shocking, unbelievable if he would have gotten up the wall in the first attempt. But either way, Free and Mode Direct records his 6th consecutive stage 1 clear. And now, at number 50, it is Joey Davis. Trials of JD was still his gamer tag at this point. I know he's changed it like twice since then, but when he ran the tournament, it was Trials of JD, so don't flame me in the comments for that. But Joey, following his total victory in tournament 25, failed the final in 26, but it was such an incredible performance. He's now had 2 cliffhanger fails, which for his standards almost feel like steps back and almost like bad tournaments. But Joey's so accomplished. He has the ability to beat the cliffhanger, get to the final stage, would love to do it. But first things first here, it's the stage 1, and the first 3 obstacles have been no sweat for him. Joey is our 4th and final competitor here today, searching for 20 stage 1 clears. All the first 3 have all beaten this stage, so he'd love to do it. And now this is the only obstacle that's taken him out on stage 1 since tournament 7. The triple hurdle got him in tournament 22, and just an incredible shocker. Here on this 3rd one, Joey gets it. 35 seconds left. Not going at the fastest pace, but he's moving fluid, not making any mistakes. This is to the 4th. The 5th, stops on that one, lets it go, and to the 6th, and dismounts. Joey, 20 seconds for these 2 walls. First one is good. Left-hand turn to the 2nd. Up that. Joey Davis, I was kind of saying it wasn't that fast, but he still beats the Klaxon. 10.85 seconds left. A very solid run, and Joey Davis becomes the 4th competitor today to record their 20th stage 1 clear. Well done to him. And so we have 14 stage 1 clears, same as last tournament. We have Free, Fireball, Smokey, Joey, Matt, Disappoint, Ump, Petrillo, Cyrus, Shadowrun, Brando, Halo Fan, Hunter Unit, and K-Fly all moving on. Momentum Rings took out 18 competitors, but the rest of the stage kind of balanced. But now we are on to the second stage. This stage really kind of grew some teeth in the last tournament with the hammer drop, and it's gotten even harder this time. It starts with the wind chimes, as it did last time. Make your way across those 4 poles, and then the salmon ladder. This obstacle took out Disappoint last time. You got to time your crouches, get those big jumps up, including the last one that is slightly taller than those other ones. And then it's the ball glider at obstacle 3. So the tracks are now at a shallower angle. I forget the exact specifics of them, but they've it's to make the ball roll slower because Halo Infinite's physics had a weird update when this tournament was filmed, and the balls were kind of rolling out of control, and if you get them going too fast, you can fall off of them. So that's kind of the explainer as to why that obstacle is modified. And then the hammer drop, that was the big ninja killer in the last tournament. Get the grapple on the wall once you make the drop, and then it's the circle twist. We haven't seen this either since tournament 25, and it's been made much tougher, so those support walls get thicker as you go, so you have less room to land on those poles. Make the jumps around, and then you're onto the super launch. Land the island there, off the mongoose, and then it's the bridge maker. Punch those blocks, make a path to then jump to the buzzer, and if you can hit it within 1:50, you're onto the third stage.
I felt good, I guess. I mean, I'm low-key cooked on stage 2. I got no chance.
Yeah, that stage 1 run was pretty smooth. Didn't really have that much trouble, except for on the, I guess those moving objects. I felt like I got bodied there, but I was able to still get through it, and time to spare. Here on stage 2, it's a lot more difficult. It's probably going to be a coin flip whether or not I can clear, but it's not really one obstacle in particular. I think just they're all tough enough to where they could get you.
After Tournament 21, I've had a very long streak of missing out. This time, though, something managed to click, and I've cleared stage 1. Stage 3, I don't think I'll get there.
Stage 1 felt really good to clear again, especially for the second time in a row, and avoiding, almost timeout clear like last time. I should be able to get past the salmon ladder because I've been able to do it a lot better, but after the salmon ladder, it's kind of up in the air. I mean, hopefully it's not going to be baby steps again where I fail 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, but if it is, then maybe I can get to stage 3 in tournament like 33.
Well, great, awesome to be back again on stage 2 as always. Stage 1 pretty rough, well, not pretty rough, but pretty tough. I had to go pretty fast, managed to pull through, and I actually got to the finish line and completely forgot that was 20 stage 1 clears, so that feels pretty sweet. I've obviously had that feeling or experienced that feeling on a course before, so to do it again feels great. Stage 2, yeah, it kind of sucks that I'm having to stand here right now with this obstacle behind me because it went really bad for me last tournament and I was pretty frustrated. So, yeah, I just want to beat this obstacle, get further than I did last time, and just see how far we can get on stage 2 rather than set myself crazy expectations.
I mean, yeah, I would love so much to get a 10th third stage run, because to be honest, with this course getting harder and harder and harder as time goes on, and myself not putting in as much practice as I once did, I'm not up there with the Trickies and the Smokies and the Fireballs and the Joeys anymore, and the Frees. So it's getting harder for me to get to deep stage 2s and stage 3s. I'd love to get a good 1 or 2 good more cracks at stage 3 before I kind of fall off. I'd love to get to 10. But to do that, I have to get through stage 2, and everything here is difficult. Nothing here I can take for granted.
Stage 1, I was not feeling very confident. I had a close call on the triple hurdle. Almost felt like I did in 23, but nonetheless, I got through it. As for this stage, I feel pretty mixed. I'm not really worried about the obstacles aside from the ball glider and the super launch. It is mainly the time limit that concerns me.
Stage 1 felt really good. It's nice to have 20 stage 1 clears. Stage 2, I'm nervous. Tough obstacles, those balls are going to be challenging, but I'll give it my best shot, and maybe with any luck, I can make it back to stage 3.
It feels great to be back on stage 2, first of all. That stage 1 run, that was definitely something. The escape wall I struggled on, but I'm here on stage 2 now. Feel pretty good. The only main obstacle I'm worried about is probably the circle twist. Other than that, I think I have a pretty solid shot at getting back to stage 3.
Stage 1 went pretty darn good. I felt like it was flawless, besides the last wall. Had a little slip up. We got through it. I'm feeling semi-confident. There's not too many obstacles that worry me. There's the one that's lurking behind me that I gotta get a nice big old jump into. And then the dismount on the mongoose, actually, funny enough, is a pain in the butt. So, we're gonna take it one obstacle at a time. Hopefully the time limit isn't an issue, and hopefully we find myself on stage 3.
Going into stage 1, I felt very confident I was gonna clear, so I decided to just go all out, and it paid off. Able to clear. Although this stage 2 is very scary. The time limit, very strict. This is gonna be very difficult for me. I pretty much have to go all out and try and save as much time as I can for the later obstacles, and hopefully it'll pay off.
Stage 1 felt good. Obviously, new era, only the second time I've done it. But clearing the stage definitely felt nice. Was not expecting to get to stage 2. This stage, I'm kind of worried about it, but I know I can beat it. But honestly, everyone else getting their 20th stage 1 clear this tournament, I couldn't let that happen. I still got to stand alone just a little bit on this course. So we'll see what happens, but glad to be back and hopefully put a good effort on stage 2.
Stage 1 felt pretty much a breeze as usual. I didn't really have anything to complain about. Nothing really freaked me out. Here on stage 2, ball glider's a little different, so I just need to be careful. And if I can get through this, I am pretty certain I can make it to stage 3.
Coming to stage 2, feels good to tie Matt's record, get 20 stage 1 clears. Got another chance to tie his record on stage 2 to get 17. So, I don't think that's going to happen, for being quite honest. The ball glider is insanely different. That's how I'm going to put it this tournament. It's different. And these obstacles are just going to kill me. And I have no chance.
All right, here we go. 14 competitors for the second time in a row here on stage 2. And we will start with K-Fly, the only competitor attempting this stage for his first time. 110 seconds, 5 seconds more than last time, but this stage, you really gotta push the pace. That circle twist at obstacle 5, it is time consuming, and you really want as much time as possible for these technical obstacles in the back half of the stage. K-Fly onto the salmon ladder, jumping for the 5th. Oh no, he crouched way too early, and K-Fly out on the salmon ladder. It's proving to actually take some people out here on Halo Infinite. That's the second competitor to fail it in the 2 tournaments since it's been back. But now, at number 28, Double Ump has a positive record here on stage 2, 3 of 5, hoping to once again beat the second stage. He's beaten it the last 2 times he's been here, but first time taking it on here in this era. So this will be Ump's first time taking on the salmon ladder. The entire existence of this obstacle was during his big hiatus from tournaments 5 onward. But yeah, it's great to have Ump as a regular competitor here on this course, as he is up to the top of the salmon ladder. 83 seconds now onto this ball glider. Again, you kind of got... It's a tricky balance. You got to go fast on it, but you also can't push it too fast to where you risk falling off the back of it. So you just got to find the perfect amount of roll, perfect speed, and up with a good save jump there on that transition. Now rolling down that second track at a steeper angle, and he's across. 1 minute left. Oh, he's missing stairs and stuff. What's he doing? All right, Ump now on to the hammer drop for his first time. Now lining it up, going for the corner jump around. He's got it. Now got to grapple the wall. Oh, no. Ump misses the grapple, and he is out on this difficult obstacle. It was really the stopgap of the last tournament, and it's looking like so far it could be the case there. On that green wall, you could see him get the grapple shot off. He just grappled maybe a little too late. If he would have grappled a little earlier, he probably would have latched on the wall and would have missed hitting the water. Really just fine margins on that obstacle, and he learned that the hard way. So we're now on to Halo Fan. Halo Fan was the first competitor to take on Stage 2 on this game. He beats the first obstacle, the wind chimes, and now on to the salmon ladder. Just think we had the donut climb in tournaments 21 and 24. Then we had the pipes of wrath, and then we had the incline ladder, and now the salmon ladder in the time since he's been here last. So all these different 2.2s on this game. It's kind of funny to think about, but he is through that. And now it's the ball glider's first time getting to attempt this. He failed the ball glider replacement in tournament 21, the triple pole jump. He's doing crazy wrangles, somehow recovers and gets back to the ball. I don't know how he did that. But Halo Fan now on the second track, trying to keep it under control. Another crazy save jump, but he gets it. Oh, almost landed that second step, but he gets to grapple to get himself ready for the hammer drop, but he doesn't get the first jump. Oh, somehow it didn't die. Okay, that was strange, but Halo Fan misses that mount. That was the jump that Fireball failed in the last tournament. It is a big jump. You got to get the perfect mix of distance outward and get the height, get the crouch perfect. It's nothing about this obstacle is easy, and that is a tough break as we're on a disappoint. He struggled with 2.1s in the past when it was the beam flipper, and then it was the wind chimes last time, and he beat the first obstacle. So disappoint beats it again, and now it's the salmon ladder. This obstacle stands between him and a personal best. He'd love to get by this. He's up to the third rung, the fourth. Taking his time, just trying to make sure he makes all these jumps. It might hurt him down the line, but if he gets this jump, he's up to the top and personal best for disappoint. And now it's the ball glider. Oh, he's rolling real slow. Not doing any shooting, not trying to speed it up. He's keeping it under control, which is good, but you got to find the balance of speed and control, and I think he might have took that a little bit too cautious, especially with the cautious salmon ladder. Yeah, he's already down below a minute, but going for the dismount and across 55 seconds. He's on to the hammer drop. We just watched our last two competitors fail here. He gets the mount, unlike Halo Fan. Now got to go for that corner jump. He goes early and can't get around. What's going on with this death barrier? It's not working. Why is the course breaking? It makes me mad. No, not really. It is what it is. Sometimes the game works, sometimes it doesn't. But unfortunately, disappoint. It's that 2-second interval before it. Oh, he's running now. He dies. Okay, the map works. But yeah, no, so it's a 2-second interval once you land the apparatus. And unfortunately, he just jumped so early and couldn't quite find a way to make it onto that red platform at the bottom. And that's a tough break because we're on a Hunter unit. This is a big moment here. The wind chimes took him out last time. Hunter, the third, the fourth. Hunter beats the wind chimes. All right, already better than last time. That's great to see. And now Hunter onto the salmon ladder. Big slide mounting it. If we recall, back in tournament 13, Hunter was very worried about the wind chimes when they were 2.1. He thought he was going to fail it then, and then he got all the way to the last obstacle. And then, shockingly, failed the wind chimes in the last tournament when it was back to the first obstacle. So it is what it is. Hunter doing some weird kind of side-by-side movement there on the salmon ladder, but he still gets up. And now it is the ball glider. He's being a little aggressive here, which is good. He's keeping it under control. A wrangle. He jumped on it really low. He still covers the distance to get to the second ball, and now trying to speed it up a little bit. He's under good control, going for a bit of an early wrangle, kind of rode it for a little bit there, but he gets across, and now 1 minute left, going for the hammer drop. Oh, a bit of a weird mount, a quick jump off, now going for the corner jump around. Hunter saves it. Now going for the grapple. Hunter grapples the wall, flies up into the air, and he gets through. 45 seconds left. It's about the time that you need to get to this point at. You'd obviously hope to get there faster, but he's moving good. Just got to keep moving here, and he's got a chance at it. As he's on the second circle, this obstacle's giving him so much struggle on this game. He failed it in tournaments 21, 22, 23, all in a row. But he's moving so far so good here. 24 seconds left as he's on this hardest circle. He gets a save jump there on that last peg, going for the dismount. He gets it. Oh, he can't get up the stair, though. That costs him more time. But he's got 15 seconds. Hunter unit's got to land the island and then go quick. He's got the island. Under 10 seconds. Bridge maker for Hunter unit. This between him and stage 3. He pushes 3 blocks. That flies way out that last block, and Hunter can't get there. Hunter unit 751. That close. Oh, he's trying. Oh, he wouldn't have made it either way. No, Hunter unit tried to get those 3 blocks. It looked like he just tried to get that last block close to the platform. Hunter had moments where he maybe could have picked it up, but as a whole, he moved really good. this time is tough. Like I said, you gotta keep moving. If you take your time in the front half, you're gonna have to take chances in that second half. And unfortunately, those save jumps probably combined to cost him maybe 2 or 3 seconds. If he had maybe a couple more seconds, he might have been able to take, maybe one more block, especially if he saw that thing flying out of control. But the first 2 blocks were placed good. He just needed that last one to work out in his favor, and it lands, and it goes snug against that platform, and it just made that jump to the end impossible to make, especially with the time pressure ticking down. And Hunter, it's a very impressive performance, but he's become the first ever competitor to fail the Bridgemaker. And that 4th trip to stage 3 is going to have to wait for another day. Man, that's a tough break. But now it is Petrillo Fam 4. Pedro failed the hammer drop last time. Would love to get revenge on that. He also failed the ball glider the tournament before that. So he's got 2 obstacles in a row that he'd love to right the wrongs for here back-to-back if he can get up the salmon ladder. So far looking... Oh, he turns around. Interesting. Doesn't matter how you do it as long as you get up, and he's gotten up. 82 seconds getting onto the ball glider. This is an obstacle for whatever reason. Petrillo has a very solid stage 2 record, 9-16 right now, but this is one of the obstacles that he always is worried about, and it's gotten him multiple times. So Petrillo's just got to keep it in rhythm here. So far looking pretty good. Going for the dismount and across. 61 going into the hammer drop. Petrillo mounts it. Now got a corner jump around. Got it. Now going for that dismount. Gets a high grapple. Flies way up into the air. Wow, that might have cost him a second or so, but he gets across, and that's what matters, as he's now onto the circle twist, trying to keep the pace up. Oh, no! He was ahead of Hunter's pace, so he was looking good. But unfortunately, just that clock can get in your head, and I think it did there, and he unfortunately walked off that 3rd peg on the first circle. And Petrillo, another stage 2 fail. That's 3 tournaments in a row failing stage 2. Very uncharacteristic of him. But now it is Gaming Brando. He has never beaten stage 2. He's failed it in 5 consecutive tournaments, twice in a row at the Super Launch. But he gets across the wind chimes at least to start the run, and now it is the salmon ladder. Brando climbing his way up. He beat the circle twist back in tournament 25, so he's beaten every obstacle up to the Super Launch in the past. So hopefully he can at least have a 3rd attempt at the Super Launch. But first things first, it's the ball glider, a wrangle, going for the transfer. He's gotten that. And now, he's going aggressive here on the second ball, keeping it somewhat under control and getting across. Wow, this is a very good pace at this point. 65 seconds. He's on the platform for the hammer drop. He gets the mount onto it. Now going to go for the corner jump around. He gets it. Going for the grapple. He gets it. Whoa, he flies way forward. He can't save it. Brando. Holy smokes. That is crazy. He is out. So that is a circle twist fail. He landed the platform and then unfortunately fell in the water of the circle twist. But my goodness, Brando falls to 0-6, and this is about as tough of a way for it to happen. He gets a great grapple and bonks his head on the support bar. So the support there is similar to the one on stage 1. It's to keep you from going on the next obstacle. And unfortunately, it doesn't really stop his momentum at all. And he just flies so far forward and can't stick the platform. I mean, if he had 1,000 attempts to do that, I'm not sure if he does that again. It's just such a bad break. And that's just the way it's been for Brando on this stage. As for the 6th tournament in a row, Brando has to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to beat this stage 2. And that it's just unlucky. Sometimes it happens in jumping, you just catch a bad break here and there. You think at some point it's all got to come together for him, but that will not be the case today. Wow, so this stage 2, it's proving to be very difficult so far. And now we're on to Smokey Massacre. Smokey has, similar to Rog, like I said on stage 1, he's been a new man on stage 2 on this game, hoping to beat another one. And that included tournament 22, where he was one of just 2 people, him and Fireball, to get to stage 3. Now he's taking on the salmon ladder. It was the incline ladder last time he was here in tournament 27. And he is up the salmon ladder. So far, so good. I didn't really mention, so Smokey did this run while on his deployment. So he was over on foreign soil doing this run. And now he's back in the States, so it's good to have him back. But yeah, I know I mentioned last tournament he might miss a tournament or something like that, but he is still here. He makes that transfer on the ball glider. So far, so good. Going for a wrangle, a second wrangle. Smokey going for that dismount. He's across. You can see how fast Brando's pace was. He's down to 55 seconds. Smokey's got to keep it moving here. Get through this hammer drop. He might have to take some chances then on the circle twist. Smokey goes for the grapple. He's gotten it. 44. Okay, that was pretty quick. 42 seconds pounding the circle twist. He's got to go. He's doing the skips. This is a good technique. Joey did this in the past in the... Oh, no! Oh, he got a bad jump. He grappled the second circle. You get 2 grapples there at the start of the hammer drop. He used the second one, and that's very, very illegal. You can't use it the rest of the course. But Smokey knew he was out. A bad jump here, transferring from 1 to 2, trying to keep the pace up. You can see save jumps, tries to get to the back of the peg, and just looked like he didn't get a full sprint. Might not have jumped late enough. Either way, he knew he was not going to make it, so he used that grapple. Maybe tried to reconvene with the top of the circle twist like Tournament 20. But either way, Smokey Massacre, unfortunately his first Stage 2 fail on Halo Infinite. And now we go on to Shadowrun. He was the first Stage 2 clear in the last tournament. We're hoping he's going to be the first Stage 2 clear in this tournament. Shadow going for these wind chimes. He gets across. Now salmon ladder. Shadow, so far so good on this. Again, you just want to make sure you crouch at the right time. Jump high up into the air. It's a little bit awkward. Oh, he turns around. We saw somebody do that earlier. But he gets up to the top. And now 81 seconds left for the ball glider. Shoots it forward, gets it going. Not doing any shooting now, though. Letting it roll down just on its own accord. Going for the transfer. He gets across. Now some quick shots there at the start to get it moving. Again, no shots as it's rolling down the track. Going for the dismount. He gets across. 1 minute left for the hammer drop. He's the first competitor to beat this last time. Gets the mount onto it. Going for the corner jump around. He's got it. Going for the grapple. Oh no! Shadowrun out on the grapple of the hammer drop. This obstacle comes back to get him. Let's see what happens here. You got to get the perfect grapple, and it looked like he might have aimed a little bit too high. I know it's not the greatest camera angle to really see where he's aiming, but if you aim too high, the way that wall is angled, it's really hard to latch on. So you got to find the perfect balance of, if you grapple too low, you're not going to get the height to get on the platform. If you grapple too high, you can whiff like that, and that's what happened to Shadow, I think. But now we're on to Fireball. He knows what that feels like, although he failed the mount. He's failed that obstacle in the last tournament. Before that, he had 9 consecutive stage 3s. Would love to make it 15 stage 3s in addition to his 20 stage 1 clears that he's recorded today. So far, Fireball looking good here. Oh my goodness, look, he's got more mannequins on top of the salmon ladder. He did that on the momentum rings on stage 1. That looks like this is just part of Fireball's act in this tournament. As we heard in his interview, Fireball is not feeling great doing this run. A little bit under the weather back in, I don't know when he did this run, May. But either way, he gets the transfer on the ball glider and now going for the second track really slow. This is very unlike Fireball, but he really just wants to make sure he stays on those balls. Whoa! Fireball! Wow, a super late wrangle to make it. Now on the hammer drop. That's the jump that took him out last time, but he's gotten it. 53 seconds. He's going for the corner jump. He gets it. Fireball going for the grapple. Grapples that wall, shoots up, and he's got it. 45 seconds left for the circle twist. Yeah, that ball glider was really slow, but everything else so far has been pretty quick. And now he's going for the second circle. Halfway around, 4th peg, the 5th. This big transfer to the last one. He's got it. And now you can see how small those pegs really are on that last circle now. But he gets around, going for the dismount. He's got it. 20 seconds for the super launch. He showed some concern about this obstacle. Can he make the island? Yes, he can. He lands at the far edge, but he's good. He's got 10 seconds. Fireball. Punching 2, 3 blocks. Oh, that block rolled really far out, but he gets across and Fireball clears with 2.09 seconds left, and he becomes our first competitor into stage 3 today. Ooh, well done to him. That slow ball glider, he really made up for it on every other remaining obstacle, and that's how he's gotten his way to the finish line. But now at number 46, we have Tricky Cyrus. He's got Hunter Unit there now. I don't think he was there for stage 1, but Hunter Unit there rooting him on, hoping to see some British success here. Let's see. Yeah, he is the last Brit standing, so hoping to see some UK representation on the third stage. Cyrus taking his time a little bit, but moved pretty good through the wind chimes, and now onto the salmon ladder. It's hard to believe Cyrus is 2 of 4 on the ball glider, and both times he's beaten the ball glider, he's beaten the stage. So he also had those 5 tournaments from 21 to 25 where the ball glider was gone, and he didn't get to stage 2 in any of those. So it's kind of interesting how that all works out. Right when he gets back to stage 2, the ball glider's back. So, and here it is. So he's 50-50 on it, hoping to get on the right side. Oh, going forward the transfer now. Cyrus is across. Now rolling down the second track, 66 seconds, going for a wrangle and the jump across. And now the hammer drop. Cyrus, it's a late sprint into it. Oh no! He almost didn't activate his sprint early enough, and he didn't have enough momentum or height. You just got to get both of those perfect, and either way, it wasn't a good enough jump to mount onto it, and Cyrus out on the hammer drop. We're down to 3 competitors left to attempt stage 2, and Fireball is the only clear. We're 1 out of 11 right now, but we have Weapon Matt, really the king of stage 2. Would love to get to 18 stage 3 appearances. That's just so crazy to think about how many times he's beaten this stage. A bit of a sloppy mount onto the salmon ladder, but he's okay. Not moving at the fastest pace so far, but he is making it through. One more jump to go, and he's up to the top. Now going for the dismount, he's got it. 79 seconds. He is a little bit down on time, but he's just got to get through this ball glider and then worry about the clock from there, I think. Matt makes that transfer, and now going for the second one. Similar to Shadowrun we saw earlier, he kind of went for some early shots to get it moving. Oh, a spin there, but the clock is against him. 55 seconds going into this obstacle. The hammer drop. Yeah, that was just a really slow ball glider. Oh, whoa, a save jump there. Yeah, none of the first 3 obstacles were really quick, so he's got to kick it in overdrive. He gets the grapple, flies up. Oh, just barely makes it, but he has now onto the circle twist. 40 seconds left. He's about 5 seconds down on Fireball, so he's got to make up some time considering Fireball only cleared in 2 seconds. Matt goes for the second circle. He's got 30 seconds left. Working his way around at the end of that one. Jumps for the third. He's got it. Matt, down to 20 seconds on the clock. Really got to go. Going for the dismount. Comes up short. Oh, no, Matt. That is just a unfortunate consequence of needing to rush. Weapon Matt just didn't get a good late jump off that peg to make the dismount. I don't know if he would have had enough time to make it. He probably would have had to be perfect. And unfortunately, Weapon Matt just going a little cautious on those first 3 obstacles came back to get him. As now we're on to Free MMO Direct. Perfect record on stage 2 on the line here. Free through the first obstacle. Wind chimes, very good speed through that. And now on to the salmon ladder. We've seen this time limit is really tough. I mean, Free, not usually one to worry about the time, but he did show a definite concern about this stage and getting through. But Free now on to the ball glider. Oh, he's going crazy there at the start. A lot of shots to get it going. You can see it kind of wigging out on him. A little strange, but he gets the transfer across. Doing a lot of shots. So far, moving pretty good. Going for the dismount, and he's across. He actually shows how fast Brando did the first 3 obstacles. He's about on Brando's pace. But now going for the hammer drop, jump around, going for the grapple. Oh, super low grapple. But he gets it. He almost touched that water death barrier. That would have been out. But he's got 51 seconds. He's 6 seconds up on about the par time that you need. Free now going for the transfer to the second circle. Free looking good here. So far, so good. As he goes to the third circle, he's got it. Oh, almost came up short of that second one. So far, good there. This is the jump. Just took out Weapon Matt. Free gets across. 25 seconds. Should be enough time. He's now going for the super launch. He's a little worried about this as well, but he gets it. 16 seconds left for the Bridgemaker. Free, punches 2, punching a 3rd. He's going to use those 3 blocks. 1, 2. Oh my God, he runs off. I can't believe it. Free MMO Direct. His stage 2 perfection is gone at the Bridgemaker with time in hand. I wonder, I don't know what just happened. I don't know if he was just indecisive. I don't know if he wanted to jump straight to the platform or if he wanted to use the block. I'm not sure what happened, but either way, he couldn't get a jump off. He lands the first one, kind of bunny hops the second one, frog jump, and then he just runs straight off. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if his keyboard got jammed or what was the reason for that happening. But Free MMO Direct out on stage 2 for the first time. That is unbelievable. And now we're to the last man on stage 2, and it's Joey Davis. Either Joey will clear and we will have Spartan Sasuke's 26's stage 3 crew on stage 3, or we will have Fireball alone. We've only, the last time we had only one stage 2 clear was Tournament 13. This has proven to be just such a tough stage 2, and Joey's got to find a way to execute here. But he's moving, not at the fastest pace we've seen, but he's through the first 2 obstacles pretty good, 85 seconds. And now, shooting the ball before getting onto it, and now taking more shots. Look at Joey go. It's a little dangerous, but going for the transfer, he's across. And now, taking a lot of shots here again. You just got to keep it under control. If you get it going too fast, you're in grave danger of falling off the back, but he's got it. Land that middle step, 65 seconds as well, going into the hammer drop. Now going for the corner jump around. He's got it. Going straight for the grapple. He's gotten the wall and gotten the platform. 54 seconds left. So far, so good. He gets a skip there. He skipped the first peg. Joey finding ways to save time wherever he can. 44 seconds left. Joey looking good. He's around that second one. Gets onto the third. 38 seconds left. He used to do those skips kind of similar to how Smokey was doing it. He's not doing that this time. I wonder if it's because of those smaller pegs, but he gets the dismount. 29 seconds. Joey now lining up the super launch. Can he land this again? Yes, he can. Beautiful. Now 20 seconds for the Bridgemaker. He just watched Free fail this. He saw Hunter fail it earlier. Not to be underestimated. It looks like he's making a pretty good bridge. Oh, that third block is wedged against the platform at a strange angle, but he still gets it and gets across with 7.66 seconds left. And Joey Davis. Oh, he might be trying a new obstacle, the rumbling dice, which, you know, it's been on other courses, but he's trying to rumble the dice. Okay, he gets a rotation. That's good. Yeah, this obstacle would be like wobble roll levels of time consuming if that was an obstacle. But Joey is through with 7.66 seconds left, joining Fireball after a just very difficult stage 2. Went 2 of 14. That's the most stage 2 fails we've ever seen with 12. 1 fail on the salmon ladder, 5 hammer drop, 4 circle twist fails, and then Hunter and Free MMO failed the Bridgemaker. But now, like I said in Joey's run, and this actually, this tournament was kind of around the same time as Spartan Sasuke 26, but the Spartan Sasuke 26 third stage field will now attempt Irish Warrior 29's third stage. All starts with the Discus Maze, make your way up those 2 towers, up the first 6, drop to the 7th, hit the switch, jump down to the 8th, up to the 9th, and then you're onto the Tightrope of Terror. Just like the ball glider, this obstacle is this obstacle is the same. The ball glider was modified, but the physics are different. So you really just kind of got to be mindful of that. Keep it under control to avoid the ball kind of getting out of control. And then the swap winder, make those 4 difficult corner jumps, make the 4 difficult transfers, get across, and you're on to the Ultra Giga Cliffhanger. This obstacle has really grown some teeth in the last 2 tournaments after it was just decimated in Tournament 26. And of course, the staple of it is those 2 moving ledges and those 2 corner wraps off of the moving ledges. This shin jump has been very difficult. It was nerfed a little bit in the last tournament, but it's still not to be underestimated. And then this second crazy jump, you just got to time it perfect. And then if you make that, you got 1 final corner wrap to get around to beat the cliffhanger. But you're still a long way to go as you're on then to the spike wheels. Joey is still the only person to ever beat this obstacle. You got to use the red spikes to get across. If you land on those whites, you are disqualified. I don't know what that was. I just swallowed spit. Disqualified is the correct English word. and then it's the scrambled eggs. Make your way through those 5 eggs, and then it's the last obstacle, the golden road. Hit the switch, lowers that black wall. You then have just 12 seconds to make your way across those 7 antenna-looking thingies and make the final jump. If that black block comes up and blocks you access to the final stage, that's a tough break. But if you can get there without it, you're on to the final stage.
Oh boy, stage 2 was an emotional roller coaster. I felt like it was pretty smooth. I don't feel like I had any slip-ups. I took the balls really, really slow just in case any shenanigans happened. And I think that's why I lost quite a bit of time. Got to the last obstacle with very minimal time left. Had to kind of full send it. Got a nice few hits. Ended up clearing with just a few seconds left. Find myself on stage 3 where I've got no standards, honestly. I could fail the first obstacle, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. I would like to get to the cliffhanger. If I get to the cliffhanger, I would say there's a very small chance of me beating it. I can do it. It would have to be a very clean run through it. But the hope is to just get to the cliffhanger and go from there.
Beating stage 2 is definitely a big surprise here. After watching MMO, the way he failed, I gotta beat this stage. Like, last 2 turns have sucked for me finding the cliffhanger. And I needed to get past it. I needed to get to my 6th final. I need that record. I need an 8th first place finish. I need that record.
All right, here we go. Just 2 competitors left. Fireball and Joey. Fireball will go first. Hard to believe he's the least experienced Stage 3 competitor here today with 15 Stage 3s. Just shows how good these 2 have been. But Fireball, first things first, it is the Discus Maze. Not to be underestimated. He's going for the first drop. I mean, he had 2 more people on top of those towers again. It's just been the way he's ran this course this tournament. Fireball makes the second drop up to the 9th and final discus. He's now on the tightrope. Fireball. Just trying to keep it under control. Roll it straight. Again, you just can't have it going too fast. Just keep it under control, and it should all work out in your favor. So far, he's looking pretty good. Just taking his time, keeping it straight down the middle. Again, the track gets narrower as you go. He's into the red section. Fireball, looking really good. You can kind of see that crease on the sphere. If it's rolling straight, you know you're doing things okay. Fireball gets on to the first of the 3 menacing rust bars, and now he's on to the swap winder. Gets the first one, going for the second. He's there. Oh! Man, that was a false start. He tried to go for it and got stuck against the wall, but he is there. Now makes the jump to the 3rd, gets around, going for the 4th. Fireball. Oh, another one! And now, Fireball going for the... Oh, no! He, on the 2nd try at that 4th wrap, he can't make it around. And Fireball doesn't even get to the cliffhanger after 3 consecutive cliffhanger fails. What a tough break for Fireball. For whatever reason, he just kept getting himself stuck. You just gotta make sure you get around is the most important thing on this obstacle. He was able to do it on the second one, but again, those supports get wider as you go. He couldn't do it on the first try there, and then the second one, you can see he just gets stuck there. And he can't get the momentum necessary to get all the way around and get back to the peg. And Fireball out early on stage 3. And this means we're down to just Joey. Last man standing. It's just the way it's been lately on this course with Joey's kind of reign of terror. But yeah, he'd love to get by that cliffhanger. It's really frustrated him the last 2 tournaments. Joey up to the 3rd. The 4th, the 5th discus, up to the 6th, lining up the first drop. Ooh, save jump, he's good. Gonna hit the switch, dropping down to the 8th, save jump. One more jump up, he's up to the 9th. He's on to the tightrope of terror now. Joey taking a second, now getting it going. He's going pretty fast here. Oh my goodness, he's going really fast. He's like running. This is dangerous, like I said. Joey, got to keep it under control, and he can't. He's out on the tightrope, and the tournament's over. My goodness, Joey Davis. After all of his stage 3 success in recent tournaments, he's failed the second obstacle, and it appears the physics update might have gotten him. I mean, he was just trying to full send it. He got to the yellow, and he's just shooting like crazy. You can see how fast he's having to move to keep it in control, and unfortunately, if you get it going too fast, you can just do that and just fall right off the back of it. He couldn't keep up, and Joey Davis out on the second obstacle. Man, that is hard to believe, but it shows the difficulty really of this stage 2 and stage 3 this tournament. We saw 14 people beat stage 1, and shockingly, for the first time since tournament 6 where nobody even beat stage 2, nobody even attempted the cliffhanger today. This course has really struck back in recent tournaments, and now the question is, who's going to be able to avenge themselves from this difficult tournament and maybe make the final in the 30th tournament? Those will be questions of the future. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time on Irish Warrior.